What we don't need is for a black man then to go and bash us for it instead of sitting here actually giving us some kind of, you know what I mean? Like, because that's literally what you want me to give you.
What do you want me to give you? What do you want me to give you? No, because I'm gonna tell you. Let me tell you how I see it.
Keep interrupting, because that's the problem already to begin with.
No. Hey, y'all, let her talk.
And yet you're not even allowing me to speak.
Because
I'd much rather have some solution based whenever we're having these type of conversations, as opposed to constantly being a back and forth of this is your fault. This is your fault. Instead, how can we figure it out so that way, like what AJ said about bringing the community together to figure out a way so we're not repeating the same cycles?
What we see happening in society today is delusion. Because what women are doing is they're saying that I deserve this, I deserve that, and they don't give any baseline or reason as to why it is that they should in the first place. They don't even bring themselves to the front of the congregation and say, I fucked up.
What's up with it, YouTube? It's your boy Variax, bumming at you with a brand new video. Hey man, today we got him. Today we got Anton Daniels back on the channel, man. The title right here says Umar Johnson says women who have BBLs, wear wigs, have fake eyelashes are not at peace. Passport bros. Man, look, this is a crazy video. Look at all the ups and downs. I just went to the end where it get a little more uppity. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see what it's talking about, man. Without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into the video. Before we get into the video, though, man, if y'all like that intro that played at the beginning, man, be sure to like the video. Because if you like the intro, you're going to like the video. Comment you got something to say about the video or me. Subscribe if you're new and forward with the content, man. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it, dog.
Wait, Ali has a super chat for you. I don't know if you want to address it first. Logic, if you're not with the mother of your kids and you weak and a baby daddy in your own words, don't just call Ali that. I stand in reality. If a woman don't give that man authority, she for the streets.
All right, now I'm gonna say this to Ali. I'm not the one that's shaming baby mamas. I'm not telling these women that they the worst thing in the world. Yo pussy ass is. That's a big difference, nigga. I'm gone.
He's not shaming them. He's just saying it's not preferred.
No, he was kind of shaming them. But honestly, online, I see more baby daddies leaving their baby mama, right? I see online, in person, I see more baby daddies leaving as, or like Kwane's situation. Come on, like, that's not her fault. That man got another chick pregnant. That's crazy.
Well, y'all
wild. He made that choice.
That's terrible.
Wait. You telling me there's no level of responsibility from these women? I just can't.
Well, we're not saying.
No. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying, Anton. What I'm saying is like, for me, like, right?
You're playing a certain type of role dynamic, and then afterwards you turn around and then do some shit like that. Like, and then you're gonna turn around and then put it on.
You opened your legs to a man that you was not married to. What the fuck are we talking about?
Facts.
You opened your legs to a man that you was not married to. Am I missing something?
But that's most people in today's world.
It's wrong.
That don't make it. Yeah, just because most people doing it, that don't make it right. You know what's wrong for right. You might not got taught that open your legs to somebody that you wasn't married to wasn't right. But if you would have went to church with your people, you would know that.
Opening up their legs to men that they are not married to, and then they want to hold him accountable. What about you?
But look, you already just seen that though.
But I also grew up in a household where my parents got together, had me before they got married, and then got married and been together since 15. Like, so I already grew up on this gated concept that that's fine, that it's okay. You get what I'm saying? So that's where I was coming in and earlier saying that it's my fault in the type of men that I've chosen because of the way that I was raised and the way that I grew up and that dynamic as a whole. Like, so I've already tried to say that portion on that, but like, I'll be honest with you, Anton, like, yes, there are certain parts where women already are, especially baby mamas, are always hard on themselves about the things that they constantly go through. What we don't need is for a black man then to go and bash us for it instead of sitting here actually giving us some kind of, you know what I mean? Like, because that's literally what you want me to give you. A lot of times.
What do you want me to give you?
No,
because I'm gonna tell you. Let me tell you how I see it.
Interrupting, because that's the problem already to begin with.
No. Hey, y'all, let her talk.
And yet you're not even allowing me to speak.
Because I'm hearing a lot of other people talking at the same time. I got a small delay because I'm in Tokyo. Okay, I'm not home. You're gonna have to give me a little bit of grace. I'm gonna let you cook. Okay. Go ahead, give me the whole thing.
Okay, so for me, one of the things that I've come to realize is that because I don't have yes, my father was in the picture, and I hate to say this like on an internet scale, you know what I mean? But even though my father was there, he did not play a real role in my life. So what I've come to understand is that even for me, I think the biggest thing right now, and the reason why like it was so hard with that one guy that I lost, was because for the first time I actually felt very seen. I felt that I could actually communicate, and I felt like I could sit there and actually be a woman and allow for him to speak and me be able to listen. Now at this current point in time, there ain't nobody out there that gives me that same energy. So what I've come to realize is now I find myself trying to, in a sense, search for not necessarily male companionship, but a friendship level, because I understand that there is some guidance that I do need in order to find the right type of partner to treat me the way that I need to be treated. So that comes into play about the part about men saying that we do still need to take some responsibility in our women. You get what I'm saying? It's not on a disrespectful level of like, I need you to do this and I need you to do that, and it's your fault for why I'm a baby mama. That's not what we're saying. What we're saying at the end of the day is that I came across a video where Maya Angelou, she was talking, and she said that one of the things that women sometimes come across that we fail in is that when we come across men and we're able to have conversations with them and we feel seen and whatnot, we immediately turn it into a sexualization, as opposed to how can I benefit on a friendship scale? How can I learn and elevate myself as a woman because I understand that I need a man in some way, shape, or form. You get what I'm saying? So like this, even this dynamic, this bantering back and forth is cool and all, but I'd much rather have some solution based whenever we're having these type of conversations, as opposed to constantly being a back and forth of this is your fault, this is your fault. Instead, how can we figure it out so that way, like what AJ said about bringing the community together to figure out a way so we're not repeating the same cycles? Let's have those kinds of conversations. Because at the end of the day, I got two boys. Yes, their father is in the picture in some way, shape, or form, but I also understand that I need some outside sourcing as well. But what I don't want is a man to come in and think they're going to save. You know what I mean? It's not saving.
The interesting thing about this is that you can't start to have a conversation, and every other thing in which you start to find a solution, you can go to a fucking Alcoholic Anonymous meeting and they can't help you until you first bring yourself to the front of the congregation and say, I'm a fucking alcoholic. The first step is admitting that you're an alcoholic. And what we see happening in society today is delusion. Because what women are doing is they're saying that I deserve this, I deserve that, and they don't give any baseline or reason as to why it is that they should in the first place. They don't even bring themselves to the front of the congregation and say, I fucked up. You know what they do? They lean on the word of a man that simps out for them and say, well, it's the man's fault because he should have done A, B, C, D, and E, F, G. They never say that I never should have opened up my legs in the first place. They never say that I chose wrong and I didn't, like Marva said at the bottom and said, yo, I was rebellious. You don't hear that side of the conversation. They never say that I am who I attracted. And so what happens is you get no solutions because you're not looking for a solution in the first place. You looking for somebody to validate you. And see, I'm different. Because my life is a reflection of the thing that I advocate for. I don't have any children out of wedlock. I've been married for 2 fucking decades since I was 22 years old. I don't make excuses. I don't believe in first not bringing yourself to the front of the congregation and admitting you wrong, but then asking somebody to give you some insight and understanding. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in having unfruitful conversations because we so focused on trying to figure out whose fault it is But before we figure out how it is that I can help you, I need to be able to understand why you in that situation in the first place, because I can't give you no insight that's not going to allow for you to then put yourself in the same position again. Why would you have any different results than you've had right now if you don't first admit that you fucked up? And I'm not talking about you specifically. I'm talking about every single person that jump on these conversations and these panels, and then they want to gaslight me and say, well, I'm looking for solutions. I don't believe that shit. Because everything in a person, in a aura, and what it is that they do is saying something different. And it's not just what they say, it's how they communicate. Communication is 90% body language, not the fucking what you say. What you say is just the cherry on top. And so if a woman is out here and she haven't even healed herself, but she trying to find somebody else in order to continue to trauma bond with, and then her sons and their daughters is then going to be subjected to this same bullshit, I don't believe it. I don't believe not one thing. In every situation, when you looking for a solution, the first thing you got to do is seek understanding. And everything, even the Bible saying everything you do, you got to get understanding.
But not for me. I don't think that you do. I personally feel like I don't think that you do try to even seek understanding from anybody. Like you're very sure? Like that's it. You know what I mean?
That's interesting. That's interesting because
you could tell she don't got. I mean, she had a father. She don't got no man around her that tell her what it is, because every man gonna tell you how it is. We not finna sugarcoat it. We not finna over explain. Really, we finna say what it is and leave it at that. She expecting us to talk to her soft like a female would. Y'all don't even listen to the women around y'all that tell y'all what y'all doing is bad. So no, we not finna say it like that. We finna say it like a man. That's why they come to men for advice. But nigga, I didn't pause the whole time. He was saying some real shit. Let me talk. I'm finna say some real shit. Don't worry. It's crazy the fact that she started crying, my nigga. She had the audacity to explain her whole story, fool, and cry with it.
How am I very like this when I tried to reserve myself, even when I tried to talk to Miss Sanchez based off of the conversations that me and her was having? I was very, very careful with how it is that I handled her. Even when she asked me to come at her, I was very, very gloves off with her. Am I off?
Oh God, Kevin Samuels would have came different. Hey, nigga, Kevin Samuels would have came on that motherfucker and said, "Bitch, what?" No. He would have said, "No, you not talking, bitch." Like, nah, he would have muted the bitch. Y'all remember he used to be so he used to mute the bitch, and the bitch be yelling at the camera, barking like a dog, and you couldn't hear shit.
No, I won't say that, but I think you talking and speaking on one thing, but I heard her say something different. You know what I'm saying? I think that she understands that she's at not necessarily a disadvantage, but it's more obstacles for her to go ahead and get to where she's going.
Let me tell you what I think the solution is. You should not be dating until your kid gets of age.
What age is that?
I will be focused more on building the relationship, even if it's not something that you'll get back together with the person that's the father, because they need their father in their life more than they need an alternative man that we don't even fucking know. I believe that women should not start dating again until their child is old enough to get the fuck up out of the house. I think that we should be spending more time building the relationship and trying to get them with their father than we should trying to trauma bond and try to heal ourselves through another person, because then you become interdependent on somebody else for your happiness. Because the conversation that we having right here is about y'all. It ain't about the child. And what's best for the child is not to get a fucking step baby daddy, it's to get him back or get them back with their fucking father that we then divested ourselves from in the first place and building that fucking relationship. Now, y'all ain't got to be together, but y'all are tied to each other. And essentially you married for the rest of your life through the children. Regardless of how it is that you want to communicate it, regardless of what it is that you think, y'all are going to forever be tied to each other. And that's why they say sex is the bond that actually keeps people together. And it's the marriage, because you still going to be tied to that person even after y'all walk away from each other, because you still got children with each other. The way that you solve the fucking problem, the way that you solve the problem is to not focus on yourself, is to focus on the children and go and put that kid back in the hands of their fucking father. That's how you solve it.
His father wasn't in their life.
That's
no,
part, and then also
kids are in their life.
person that told me I should go back to the guy that was on your phone for 2 weeks.
But to put on, my child is with his father every week. We rotate weeks.
Okay, well, I'm not talking about you specifically.
Okay.
You said solutions in general of
That's the first thing they're gonna do is take it personal.
how women should operate. I said, I don't believe that women should be dating when they have children, especially small children. The children need to be with their father. If the children is the most important thing, then that means that you have to spend every single last fiber in your being, putting them in the best position, and they need their fathers.
What about the men that say if
No.
Then
what are you talking about? Like,
there's a bunch of men that can't separate being a father from being in a relationship. And
overwhelmingly, the majority of men want to be in their children's lives. Overwhelmingly.
What?
I'm not
overwhelmingly, most men want to play a role in their children's life.
Are they saying no?
I don't know.
Okay, cool. Is it one person on the panel who's telling me that their child's father do not want anything to do with the child? No, all of the women, every woman on this panel.
AJ raised his hand.
Are y'all telling me, every woman on this panel that has a child, are y'all telling me your child's father don't want to participate in the child's life?
I have active fathers.
I only have the one. I only have one that's actually. I have 2 kids, 2 different baby daddies.
But the baby's father still want to be active in the kid's life, though, right?
One.
Very active.
One.
Yeah, right. But the other one has passed away. Rest in peace to him. But what I'm saying is,
no, he's in North Carolina.
I thought you said that
Care of his other kids.
Dating.
Wait. I thought you said that the guy that
no, the guy that I was dating died 2 years ago.
The good guy and the one that was
I didn't
a good
have.
man.
Yeah, that was the good man that I.
All right.
Yeah, that's separate.
The other one, he wants to be in his child's life, right?
Yes, my youngest, his father is pretty much the one that steps in for both my oldest and my youngest.
Okay, so he's playing
been in his life since he was 2.
Okay, so every woman on the panel is saying that they have fathers for the children that want to participate in their life.
No, I didn't say.
Oh, but not for Marva.
What?
Yeah, but her husband does.
Yeah.
Have a father figure that wants to participate in the child's life, right?
Yeah. I thought you were saying the biological.
Yeah.
Okay, so my point still stands. Children need their fathers, and we should be spending more time on what's in the best interest for the child instead of trying to find love for ourselves. That's my solution.
Well,
now look at Miss Sanchez ain't trying to hear that shit. She was turning up.
Because my dating may be different from everybody's else. I don't even introduce my kids into my relationship until I'm like a year in, to be honest.
I don't believe you should be in a relationship.
Why? Part of my happiness is gonna make sure if I'm
and see how she rejected it, Kwane? She cares more about her happiness.
Let me pause.
Let her solution. She cares more about her happiness. She cares about what's in the best interest of the child. You don't have no disclosure.
If the mama is down and depressed, she can't do everything she can do for her kids.
Then get the fuck out of that depression. Your depression is not going to be interdependent on whether or not you get a man out.
The substance abuse counselor. It's not
if your happiness is determined about whether or not you got a man in your life, then you got bigger problems.
No, that's not what she said.
If I'm
That's basically what she said,
should
though.
not be based off of you finding another partner. Your happiness,
I gotta put my happiness on hold. To be I can do both.
No, you can't.
So the man that I was dating, the man that I was dating, he actually said that to me. He said because I remember he specifically said to me, he's like, so this is because we started dating like during the COVID period and everything, and he was like, so how are you doing with everything? And I was like, it's been a real struggle with me because I'm having to take care of my 2 kids by myself because at that point in time, like my ex wasn't really active like he normally does because he was outside, and one of the things he said to me, he was like, well, what are you struggling with? And I was like, well, the dynamic of being a mother and being a woman, like it's very hard, like balancing the two, finding that balance of the two, because that is still important to me, And what he said, and he was a father himself, he had a daughter, And he turned around and he was like, well, Quinay, it's simple. Like, you're a woman first. Like, your children made you a mother. But if you're not taking care of yourself as a woman first, you are unable to do what you need to for your children as a whole. Like, you know what I mean?
What does that have to
like,
do with dating? What does that have to do with dating?
Bro, the whole time she explaining, I'm like, bro, what does that have to do with fucking? Like, you have to fuck in order to feel like a woman? Like,
no, not even. No, it wasn't even dating. He wasn't even talking about dating. He was saying specifically in general, like as a general.
Then take care of yourself.
You know
Go get a job. Make sure that you stay in shape. Make sure you be healthy. Eat healthy.
So I started to
pray. Go to church.
Exactly.
Find a network of people that actually is good for you. That's all taking care of yourself. But Miss Sanchez, that ain't got nothing to do with finding a man. You can't do both. You don't have time to do both. You are a mother. You a mother first.
Erica has time to find a man.
I definitely have time to do both.
No, you don't.
I feel like my kids come first, but I definitely have time.
You don't have time to do both. How you got time to do? No, listen. I have a 15-year-old daughter, and she takes up every single moment that I am not working and my wife's life. Every moment. I got her with me right now. I would never travel anywhere without her. How are you able to focus on you and them, especially with regard to dating? You got more than one kid.
One night.
When my son is
every other week, switch over. I get my kids every other week.
Yeah, like our situation is different. You're thinking on your situation. We're totally
different. Up, boo.
Juane. I need you to apologize to me. I'll take it this week or next week. Which one you want? I gave y'all the solutions and y'all rejecting it. Y'all don't give a fuck about no solution. Y'all care more about
all of that.
Y'all care more about how y'all feel.
But look at Miss Martha.
I want my apology.
She wouldn't be married. You know what I mean? Like, so why should we stop her?
I take my apology.
You dated and now you're married, right? With
exactly.
I never dated. I take my apology.
You dated and now you're married, right? With
exactly.
I never dated.
Huh?
Well, Anton's a little different.
I didn't date
until I got married.
My sister did have the same sentiments as Anton. So I had siblings that were very. So she said, "Babe, you need to sit down somewhere and take care of your child. You don't need to be," because I asked her to babysit to go on a date. She's like, "No."
Yeah, I don't. When I have my kids, I only take care of my kids.
I didn't have a release.
I don't have them. If they have sports, I go to it. I pick them up. Like, I still do all of those things. I hear what you're saying about the dating, though. My youngest is 4 right now.
Can you guys hear me now?
I don't believe. I don't believe. No, you sound crazy.
Hassan, do you have YouTube open on the back?
I believe that. I don't believe that.
Not Anton. So what do you say about?
We can hear you, man.
Or what?
Sounds crazy out here.
So it's an echo. Hassan. It sounds like you have like YouTube.
Go ahead. What was you saying, Marba?
Because I was just listening to all what you were saying about single mothers. You wouldn't suggest any guy talk to a single mom. Any guy that does sign up to be a stepfather, he's a simp. So is that your general belief? You believe in my situation that my husband is a simp because he married me?
Why would you put me in a position to have to answer that question, Marva?
Because you kind of made the statement.
This is what we're here for.
Well, you asked it. I think that you finessed him.
I
think you finessed him. I absolutely think he simped out.
How do you think I finessed him?
I'm sorry, what, Q?
You think she finessed him? How does that look like?
Because she trapped him with a bear trap. Absolutely.
So she
said out of her own mouth that he didn't even want to date a woman that had kids.
but he made the choice to date a baby mama.
I agree, and so he simped out. It was
That's
got to take
crazy.
responsibility for what he did. It probably worked out for her and all of that. I still think he simped out. Absolutely,
He worked out for him too.
he had a standard. He lowered it, and now he found himself as a step baby daddy. He absolutely simped out.
Look, I changed my number when he felt like what he felt.
I mean, hey, just because he did all that,
I want you to.
he still chose to be a motherfucking simp. You hear me? Hey,
I'm telling you, you shouldn't.
Can't be me. It's some
thinking,
men out here that do it. Hey, I can't say she's acting like we saying just because he a simp, we don't respect him. I mean, I could actually respect you for doing that because you doing something that I wouldn't do. Just like how I respect the janitors and the waitresses. Yeah, the people who fucking climb up them big ass towers, nigga, for the cell phones, like, bro, for the cell phone signals, like, bro, I respect you. But I just wouldn't do what you doing.
if you can find you a man that'll do it, God bless. I think that's awesome. I'm not telling you that you shouldn't do it. You asked the question. I would have never said it otherwise. Yes, I think that he simped out 100%.
Thanks, and I do too, fool.
Oh, child.
Hey,
let's get to these super chats.
Ain't nobody on that motherfucker saying anything different because we all for the same. Look, if y'all enjoyed this video as well, man, make sure to let me know by liking the video, commenting, and subscribing to the channel. Make sure you comment though, fool. I literally respond to all my comments within like the first 48 hours, 72 hours. The vid is alive. So if you watching when I post, just comment, bruh. Let's have a conversation. Appreciate you for tuning in, though, man. Make sure you have a good day. I got 3 vids on the screen right now. You got to click one before you click off, man. Without further ado, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch at the top. I'll be live on Twitch every night, so be sure to tune in, man. Appreciate y'all for watching this video. Stay up and be blessed, man. Make sure you have a good one.